Good day, everyone, and our topic for this day is about transforming general form to vertex form of equations in quadratic functions. In transforming these forms of equations or functions, we must have the general form, which is given f of x is equal to ax squared plus bx plus c. And to transform it to vertex form, we must obtain f of x is equal to a times the quantity of x minus h squared plus k. In here, to solve this, we have two methods. The first one is completing the square, and then the other one is through using h is equal to negative b over 2a. And to get k, we have f of h. Okay, so this time, if we have f of x is equal to x squared minus 6x minus 12. Okay, and here, let us solve this by using method number 1, which is completing the square. Using the completing the square, we must have f of x. Maglalagay tayo ng dalawang blanks. Yung isa ay plus blank, and then yung isa is minus blank. Okay, so we have x squared minus 6x. And then yung first blank, plus blank. And then followed by negative 12, do sa constant term natin. Then minus blank. Whatever na ilalagay nating value dito, kapag pinag-plus natin yung dalawang terms na yun, mag-equal siya sa 0. Kapag nag-equal siya sa 0, ibig sabihin walang nagbago dun sa ating function. So now, ano yung ilalagay natin dito sa blank na ito? Okay, so again, when we have the completing the square, we will use a b over 2 squared. Okay, so from our given, a is 1, b is negative 6, and c is negative 12. So substituting b here, so we will obtain negative 6 over 2. And then after this, we have to square it. Okay, then simplifying this, we will have negative 6 divided by 2, negative 3, then squared. Then negative 3 times negative 3 is equal to positive 9. Yung 9 na yan, na ilalagay natin ngayon dito sa ating blanks. So plus 9 and minus 9. So again, kapag nagdagdag and bawas tayo ng 9 dito, walang nagbago doon sa ating original given function. So after this, it is equal to, since itong first 3 terms ay perfect square trinomial, so factor natin siya. Okay? Factor natin is such a way na meron tayong open, close parenthesis, and this is squared. Okay, and then we have x here. And then, para makuha natin yung second term, hatiin lang natin yung b. Ang kalahati ng b, or yung kalahati ng negative 6 is negative 3. So, minus 3. Okay, and then, pagsamahin naman natin itong part na to, negative 12 minus 9 is equal to negative 21. So, we have here now, f of x is equal to quantity x minus 3 squared minus 21. So, dito, na transform na natin yung general form, which is here, into vertex form. Kung ito ay naka-vertex form na, let us identify a here. A is, okay, a here is 1. Okay, and then our vertex, which is h, comma k, is, we have, okay, so kung tayo negative 3, ito ay magiging positive 3, comma, as is ang sign pagdating kay k, so negative 21. Okay, and this equation now is the final answer. Okay, let us have the method number 2. Okay, so method number 2, use h is equal to negative b over 2a, and to find k, that is equal to f of h. Okay, so we are going to use the vertex form with a, h, and k. So a here is, from our given, a is 1. Okay, and then to get h, it is equal to negative b over 2a. Okay, and then simplifying this, a here is 1, b is a negative 6, and c is negative 12. So, substitute natin yung b from negative 6, we will have negative 6. And inenegate natin si negative 6 over 2 times 1. Okay, so negative of negative 6, we will have positive 6 over 2 times 1 equals 2. Okay, 6 divided by 2, we have 3. So h here is 3. Okay, and the last one is to get the value of k. Okay, k is equal to f of h. Okay, and then we have, since ang h natin is 3, doon sa sinolve natin, so we will have f of 3 is equal to, from the given, isa-substitute lang natin yung value ng h doon sa x ng ating general term. So, from here, we have x squared minus 6x minus 12. Then, simplifying this, we have 3 squared minus 6 times 3 minus 12. So, 3 squared, that is a 9 times... Okay, so that is a 9 minus 6 times 3 equals 18, then minus 12. 9 minus 18, that is negative 9. Minus 12, that is equal to negative 21. Okay? So, meron na tayong A, H, and K. So, isa-substitute na lang natin siya dito sa ating vertex form of equation. So, we have f of x is equal to A times the quantity of x minus h squared plus k. Okay, so A here is 1. Okay, and then x, then minus, ang value ng h natin dito is 3. Okay, kung ang h mo dito is positive, pagdating dito, siya ay magiging minus. Okay, and then squared, then as is yung ating k, which is negative 21. Okay, so simplifying further, okay, so kahit mawala na dito yung 1, okay, so we will have f of x is equal to x minus 3, quantity x minus 3 squared minus 21. So this is our final answer using method number 2. Okay, yung sagot ba natin ay parehas ba doon sa first answer using the method number 1? Yes. Okay, so here A is 1 and our vertex, which is yung ating h, k, okay, kung negative 3 dito, okay, so kahit dito muna siya kunin, 3 and negative 21. Okay, so those are the final answers. Example number 2. If we have f of x is equal to x squared minus 2x plus 8, and we have to convert it or to transform it into vertex form. So in here, we may use a method number 1 by completing the square or through using h is equal to negative b over 2a and k equals f of h. So in here, I'm going to use the method number 1. Okay, so we have f of x is equal to x squared, then minus 2x, and then again, maglalagay ako ng plus blank and minus blank. So plus blank, okay, and then plus 8 minus blank. Okay, in here, ang numbers na ilalagay natin dyan is, ilalagay natin ang b over 2 squared. So in here, we have b as a negative 2 over 2 and then square. We will have negative 2 over 2, that is a negative 1, then squared. The negative 1 times negative 1 equals positive 1. So dito, plus 1, and then dito is minus 1. So itong first 3 trinomials na to, ay masasabi natin perfect square trinomials. So we will have f of x is equal to quantity x, and then kalahati ng b, kalahati ng negative 2 is a negative 1. So negative 1 and then squared natin. So ganyan yung pagka-factor ng perfect square trinomial. And then 8, positive 8 minus 1 is equal to positive 7. So in here, na-factor na natin yung perfect square trinomial and na-solve na rin natin yung mga constant terms natin. So, therefore, the vertex form of f of x is equal to x squared minus 2x plus 8 is f of x is equal to quantity x minus 1 squared plus 7. So, here, a is equal to 1 and our vertex point here is 1 and positive 7. Example number 3. How about if we have f of x is equal to negative 2x squared minus 8x plus 1? So again, you may use any method, but this time I'm going to use the method number 2 by using h is equal to negative b over 2a, and for the value of k, it is equal to f of h. Okay, so to solve here, let us identify a here. A here is negative 2. Okay, so that is the numerical coefficient of x squared. Next, let us get the value of h, part ng vertex point natin, which is we have negative b over 2a. And here, ang b natin is negative 8. Okay, so we have negative of negative 8. And then all over 2 times a here is negative 2. Okay, simplifying this, we will have negative of negative 8, we will have positive 8 over 2 times negative 2, we will have negative 4. Simplifying this, we will have 8 divided by negative 4 is a negative 2. Okay, so h here is negative 2. And for the value of k, okay, again, we are going to use the f of h. Whatever the value of h is substitute natin siya doon sa variable x ng ating given general form. So, we have f of, ang h natin is a negative 2, then it is equal to, kopyahin mo yung 3 terms natin, negative 2x squared minus 8x plus 1. Again, lahat ng x natin dito ay papalitan natin ng negative 2. So, and then we will have negative 2 of negative 2, then squared minus 8 times negative 2 plus 1. Simplifying this, we will have negative 2 of negative 2 squared, we will have positive 4, and then negative 8 times negative 2 plus 16. Okay, negative times negative equals positive 16, then plus 1. Okay, simplifying further, we have negative 2 times 4 equals negative 8 plus 16, and then plus 1. Okay, and the negative 8 plus 16 plus 1 is equal to positive 9. So, our k here now is 9. Okay, so we have a as negative 2, h as negative 2, and k as positive 9. Okay, so to have the vertex form of the given general form of the quadratic function, we will have f of x is equal to a times the quantity of x minus h squared plus k. Substituting a, h, and k to our equation, we will have negative 2 times x minus, ang h natin is a negative 2, okay, and then squared plus, then yung k natin is 9. Okay, simplifying this, we will have f of x is equal to negative 2 of, so we will get negative of negative 2, again, ito'y magiging plus. So, we will have x plus 2, then squared plus 9. So, this is now the vertex form of the general form ng ating quadratic functions. So, kung ito yung quadratic function natin, in the vertex form, a here is, of course, a negative 2, and the vertex is h, k. Okay, kunin mo lang yung negative 2 and positive 9. And those are now the final answers. So again, kahit anong method ang gagamitin mo, still iisa pa rin ang makuha nating sagot. Example number 4. Let us transform f of x is equal to 4x squared plus 8x plus 1. So in here, we will use method number 1. So by completing the square, we will have f of x is equal to, okay, so yung numerical coefficients natin, ng first two terms ay i-factor natin. So ang GCF ng 4 and 8, that is 4. Okay, and then we will have x squared plus 8x divided by 4 equals 2x. And then plus 1. Okay, itong part na ito ay parehas lang do sa original na general form. And then, through using completing the square, kailangan maglagay tayo ng plus blank and minus blank. Okay, so we will have f of x is equal to 4 times x squared plus 2x, and then lalagay tayo ng plus blank equals plus 1 minus 4 times blank. Okay, so ito ay balance pa rin kasi yung first blank natin yung multiply natin kay 4, and then yung second blank natin ay multiply natin kay 4 din. Okay, dapat yung isa ay plus and then yung isa ay minus. Okay, so to solve this, okay, we will use again the b over 2 squared. And b here is 2. Okay, so 2 over 2, and then squared natin. So we have 1 squared, and 1 squared equals 1. So we have to put 1 and 1 here. Simplifying this, so we will have f of x is equal to 4 times, okay, ito ay perfect square trinomial. So we will have x, okay, kalahati ng b, which is 1, so plus 1, and then squared, and then 1 minus 4 times 1, okay, ito po ay 4, so 1 minus 4, we will obtain minus 3. Okay, so this time, nandito na yung vertex form natin ng general form of equation ng f of x is equal to 4x squared plus 8x plus 1, which is, in vertex form, f of x is equal to 4 times the quantity of x plus 1 squared minus 3. So, a here is 4, same with the a, value ng a sa general form, and our vertex here will be negative 1 and negative 3. Those are now the final answers. For your activity, transform the following functions into vertex form. Okay, so kindly pause this video for 10 minutes to answer this activity.